So, guys, before I say anything about the return to regional rule, now I believe everyone here knows that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is among the people that do not believe that Nigeria is one. He has said it before that he does not believe in one Nigeria. Now, let me delve straight into this particular point today. A lot of people don't even know that there is a lot of constitutional, readjustment and probably conferences to amend and change the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, this particular constitutional, adjustment and have been happening in different regions. The Southeast will have their own, the South, the Southwest, the Northeast, the Northwest, and the North Central will have their own, constitutional, review and all that. And it has been going on. And some elders are convening in Abuja, as a matter of fact, to look into the 1999 constitution. A lot of people, I'm going to show you Mike Ozokeme, and a lot of people that have said this constitution will not work. This particular constitution we are using now is not working, and that is what have caused a lot of agitation in the country, because the constitution was not, made to be fair and equal. That is why a lot of people are being marginalized. A lot of regions are being marginalized. I'm going to show you what the Southeastern leaders are saying, and this is the truth. This is the truth. That is why you have a lot of agitators, Nnamdi Kanu and co, Sunday Igboho, because the 1999 constitution is not fair and shouldn't even be existing in this particular 2025. Now let us delve into the point and why Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a matter of fact, is making these particular plans. It's important for people to know that it is only the Northerners that are opposing this constitutional review and code that are actually happening. Most of the important adjustment that should be made to the constitution, only the Northerners are rejecting it. Both the rotational presidency and the return to regional rule. I'm going to dissect these things for you. Meanwhile, let me start from what the Southeastern leaders are calling for. When the Southeastern leaders gathered together to have this particular constitutional review, they came up with two important things that are let me just analyze one. They said they all spoke about the rotation of the presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones. The rotation of the presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones. And guess the people that are actually rejecting this, the Northerners and some other people. Now, let us get this particular fact straight. Sometimes I laugh at this particular country called Nigeria. These same people that are opposing rotational system of the presidency are the ones that are benefiting from the flaws of the 1999 constitution, because they believe that they have the numbers and the way that Nigeria is being structured, they believe that they can determine who will be the president of this particular country. That is why somebody will come out and hit his or her chest and tell you an Igbo man cannot be the president, which is what has led to Nnamdi Kanu and a lot of agitations in the country. Now, the Igbos or the Igbo leaders are coming together. Let me show you what Opus of the man Alex Oti said during the constitutional review in the Southeast. Like I told you, every region is actually having this review. Now, when it came to the Southeast, the Southeast leaders agreed together that there will be a rotational system of the presidency. Now, the question and why I'm laughing is, will the Northerners agree to this? They wouldn't, because they always want power. They always want power. They always want power. And that is why Mike Ozokeme came and said, okay, the best thing for us to do, other than this rotational system of government, is for us to return back to what he called the regional government among the 6 geopolitical zones. I'm going to show you Mike Ozokome's comment and the Southeastern leaders. Let me start from Hope Uzodinma first. Then I'll tell you what Alex Oti said about the rotational presidency. Now, this is what Hope Uzodinma said, as you can see on the screen. He said, in strengthening the unity in our diversity, that our constitution must reflect our shared values and aspirations, not create loopholes for division. I made this clear while speaking at the Southeast Center B public hearing in Imo and Abia states of the review of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, held at Ezimo Palace Auditorium in Owerri. Top on my address was the call for the creation of 2 additional states in the Southeast. This, I believe, is a matter of equity and a necessary step towards accelerating development in the region. I emphasize the strategic consideration of at least 1 new state falling within the oil-producing axis to facilitate access to developmental resources and infrastructure. Then he went ahead to say, for lasting political balance, I propose that the 6 geopolitical zones be constitutionally recognized in the zoning of the presidency, replacing the current North-South arrangement. This will foster national inclusion and ease political tension during the presidential elections. So he is actually asking for two things: the creation of about two more states, or at least one in the southeast, and also he is actually proposing for the rotational presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones. Now look at Alex Oti's zone. Let me show you Alex Oti's zone. As you said, they said Abia State Governor Alex Oti, recently advocated for a rotational presidency as part of the discussions on constitutional review. At a constitutional review event in Owerri on July 20, 2025, Oti, represented by his deputy governor Ikechukwu Emetu, supported the idea of entrenching rotational presidency among Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones to promote national stability. This stance was part of a broader call for an inclusive constitution alongside other proposals like state police and free universal basic education. Now, any person, one thing that I like about these things is you would definitely see how the Northerners and some people from other regions will come out to oppose this, and you keep on questioning, is there anything wrong with this? Is there anything wrong with rotational presidency? When some of these agitators start, clamoring for agitation, you would actually know why. You will see some people now coming out to say this. You will see that some people have been ruling this particular country. Like in the last election, I keep on mentioning that it was practically the turn of the Igbos, because every other region has actually produced the seat of the presidency. When it came to the south here, because the presidency came to the southern area, the northwest has ruled in the person of Obasanjo. The southwest has ruled in the person of Obasanjo. The south has been given the opportunity in the person of Goodluck Ebele and Jonathan. It was rightfully the turn of the southeasterners. But the Northerners, because of, I don't just know, said they cannot make an Igbo man, or an Igbo man cannot be the president. They decided, as a matter of fact, to vote again for a Southwesterner being Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is not joke. It is not a mere coincidence. It is an intentional act to ensure that an Igbo man do not become a president. And that is why we are having this agitation till now. The marginalization is something that is entrenched inside the constitution, or probably whatever thing. So if the constitution of the country makes it mandatory to allow rotational presidency to be done across the 6 geopolitical zones, it is not a crime. It will bring political stability, which is what most of all these agitators have been asking for. Give us a fair square in appointments, or probably in the presidency and all that. But watch as people will oppose it for no reason. For no reason. And that is why, look at what Mike Ozokeme said, because it's definitely a lot of people have started opposing this rotational presidency. Now, Mike Ozokeme now said, okay, if anyone is opposing the return to the rotational presidency, Mike Ozokeme said, okay, fine and good. What will now happen is, let us return back to what we call the regional system of government. As you can see on the screen, they said that Mike Ozokeme, called for return to a parliamentary system with regional governments controlling their resources and security, and which is basically the truth. So many people are even calling for total division of the country. So you could see that these things are actually going on. Now, one of the persons that are actually or actively involved in the constitutional review that is going on in Abuja and Co. said something on Channels Television today, and she said that the people who are arguing against the call for a new constitution are people that the 1999 constitution favors politically. And the name of this person is Ankyo Briggs, environmental activist. We all know the truth that it is the Northerners. And that is why they have often objected to anything that has to do with regional form of government, anything that has to do with regionalism. The Northerners are actively against it. They will come and tell you that there is nothing like regionalism, that they will keep on sharing from the oil from the south and co. So you will see them, they will be the ones at the forefront of rejecting all these things. And this goes a long way to tell you how some people feel. And that's why some people will tell you that they don't want to be part of this particular country, that they want to go on the path of self-determination. Because it looks as if some people own this country. It looks as if some people own this country. Look at this issue of rotational presidency. Is it a crime? That at least give all the regions a first share in the presidency, a sense of belonging. But you will definitely see people, especially the Northerners, reject it because they know that they have the so-called numbers to determine who is going to be the president. So they want to retain that particular sole power. They don't want it to be like they cannot determine who is going to be the president again, unless when it comes to their own geopolitical zone. So it makes no sense. That is why they went ahead to vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu knew what they wanted and gave them Muslim ticket. And give them Muslim ticket. So this woman is saying that those that are objecting to this constitutional, review or probably change are those that are benefiting currently and politically from the current 1999 constitution that is very flawed. That is very flawed. Nnamdi Kanu and a lot of people kept on complaining that the 1999 constitution is not fit to actually govern a people that is being or that is diverse in such manner. So there is an ongoing constitutional review that is actually going on, and a lot of things will actually go down. We'll see how it's going to be, because many people are no longer interested. Many people don't know. Some people don't even want to be part of the country again. Some people want to go their way. Some people say, okay, fine. Even if we cannot go our way, give us this particular regional rule, so that everybody will have their own regional, premier, and stay in their region according to what Michael Zukume said. Control their finances, which is fiscal responsibility, and equally control their resources and every other thing, and policing too. And for that reason, nobody will give a thought about whoever that is the ceremonial person there. So this particular constitutional review is actually going on. I'll keep on updating you people here. So if as a matter of fact, Bola Tinubu, knows that they are not going to sign the rotational presidency, many people are saying that he should then sign the return to regional rule, because if you don't want to give the Igbos a fair share in the seat of the presidency, then the marginalization has always been there, which is what now they can, a lot of them complain about. Then why not return back to regional rule? Some people are even saying, why not just divide? Well, I'll keep you guys posted on this particular matter. Please, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, do well to subscribe and follow us here, so you'll be getting important updates and gist. See you guys later.